cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's time again to cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's the number one podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. It's time again.
What up, y'all? You tuned in to the 52 Scott Podcast. This is Music Monday, and I'm your host, Slash. And with me, I got Comedian 96, K Money, Freddie G. Together, we are the Mind of Men. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast. On Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. All right, y'all. Welcome back to Music Monday. Got another great show for you. Today, we're going to talk about the 20 best mic controllers, MCs, of all time. Now, you're going to hear some familiar names on this list. It's going to be some familiar names not on this list. But what I want y'all to do is just kind of listen to the list and think about the person that may not be on here that you felt like should have been on there. Who would you replace them with and why? So, I think at the end of the list, there's going to be somebody on this panel that's going to be excited about this list. I know for a fact there's going to be one person on here that's going to be extremely excited about this list. So I'm going to jump into it. And this is not in no particular order, not saying one is better than the other, but you got to start this list off with Tupac. Tupac Shakur is one of the greatest MCs of all time. Hands down.
Yeah.
I think everybody on this panel agrees with Tupac being
That's right.
You're going to be
totally
quiet
agree.
once he grabs the mic. Yes.
Yeah.
That's a mic controller to me.
Now, there have been some speculations about, I saw a post and it was speculations about,
Ghostwriting.
no, allegedly T-Pain said that if Tupac was still alive, he wouldn't be able to rap against these new rappers. They'll eat him up.
I saw that.
I
saw that post.
I totally disagree with that.
Did you see what happened the very next day?
I didn't see that.
Very next day, they posted the number one diss song. It still remains Tupac.
Oh, with him,
so right
Biggie.
after he said that,
Yeah.
they posted the video. So I said that's what his ass did.
That's coming from a person that. Well, let me rephrase that. T-Pain said that, in my opinion, without giving grace to Pac, if he was alive, that he would actually evolve too.
Right.
He's judging based upon Pac rapping back then, but
Either way, it's hate because
he's
Pac
not
was
looking
bad
up to-
who he was
that
back
he would
then.
evolve.
Pac was the coldest rapping to all time.
He would have been more educated.
He deserves on this list.
Well, like Freddie just said, he would have evolved.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
would.
he'd have been
evolved.
much better now,
Because
right?
you gotta think,
and
you
he
gotta
was
think-
cold in.
You gotta think when Joker's right there. Think about a Joker. If you go to that Joker and say, "Man, can you remember the first rap you've ever written in your life?"
They're not gonna remember that, man.
And if they could remember, it'll sound like a hip hop,
Right.
a hip,
Yeah, exactly.
hip hop,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah, because
Styles change.
look at Big Daddy Chain. He don't rap the way he used to rap.
Yeah.
I heard him flow now. He sound just like now. He's updated his style.
Yeah. So now, going to the next person, and again, this is not no necessary list, but Kendrick Lamar is on here, and he's the leading figure of the new generation,
Right.
you know, of artists and his rappers. So he began in the 2010s, early, you know. That's when his first major album came out. So, he should be on this list, and I agree.
Wait. We talking about a mic controller, right?
Yeah.
Okay. To me, I'm just gonna put some names out there, okay? And they probably on the list. I'm gonna start with Tupac. If he grabs the mic, he got my attention. If DMX grabs the mic, he got my attention. He got that authority, that voice.
Right.
Even Scarface. But a mic controller is someone that I can grab that mic and I don't see that out of country. He's a great rapper. I think he is one of the greatest. But I don't see him just with that authority attention like that, like grabbing the mic controller like that.
Well, that's why I think they said from his generation.
Okay.
He's, leading in that
Right.
era.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I think he is in that era, and I'm not a big Kendrick Lamar fan like some people are. So
I am a
understand.
fan. I'm a fan. That's the crazy part. I'm a fan, but I don't see.
But I understand where
Yeah.
you're coming from, but he's a lyricist of his generation, and he is one of the best in his generation.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you know that because when you hear the rest of this list, he's it in his generation.
Before you proceed, Slash, do you think Drake is an MC? Comedian 96.
You want to go on to the next one? I don't know why you.
He refused.
You want some steak? We can get steak after.
Just curious.
Yeah, we can get steak after the show.
So female here, and she deserves to be here. Very talented, young black woman, Lauryn Hill. Artistic, began back in the 1990s. Hip hop, influential, and R&B type of style is what she did with the Fugees in that
Right.
group.
And all I can remember is yo 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 yo. When she say that, I'm listening. I'm stopping
because she had true
She had
hip hop.
Exactly.
in her.
When she said yo 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 yo, I'm
Yeah.
shut the hell up and see what she got to say.
What was that song she did? She was singing on there. Is it just a silly game? Is that a remake?
Girls, you gotta watch out.
Nah.
Not that one. The other one.
I forget how it
Silly
goes.
game we play. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I can't
You
think
know
of
what
the
I'm
name.
saying?
I'm trying to think of get to the.
But yeah, she had a lot of good songs, man. And I think just her melody on top of the beats that she would be on was just so different from anybody else. But it was hip hop and it was R&B.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
She had a certain style to it to where it locked in perfectly, and she just wasn't straight R&B and she wasn't straight rap. But because she was good at both, I think that's what made her be able to create her own sound. Because nobody sounds like her.
No.
She didn't sound like nobody.
and she just
I
left.
think one of those magazines or some released the top albums of all time. Not to get sidetracked. And I think her album
It's on there.
was
It's
on there.
number one.
I
And I
believe.
think
Yeah.
So it must-
Michael
misunderstood.
Jackson or Prince was number two, and
So she beat
and I
them
think
out.
either Prince or Michael Jackson flip flopping were number four.
Wow.
Yeah, that girl, yeah. She
was
got
a
me with
classic album.
that Ready or Not when she started rapping on there and I heard that verse. I said, oh yeah.
That
She,
shows.
'cause I didn't know she could rap. I just heard the singing.
Yeah. Now, second female, and I'm okay with this. Nicki Minaj, she's in there as being a mixtape and collaboration artist.
Yeah, she's a
it's how
good-
she got started. In 2000s.
She stared at your ass. Hell yeah. You gonna listen to her because she gonna look at you crazy and she gonna make you listen.
Well, I think it was her different styles of rap on a song which made you stay interested in what she was saying, because she would change her style.
Watch her on stage when people are doing stuff. She controls that audience.
I'm sure she has
Yeah, she got that.
Got that body.
Yeah, because they like her. Her fans love her.
They love her.
Yeah,
and she
she got
gives them
her
that
own-
stare. She got this stare that she gives, and everybody
Yeah.
just.
But I like
Trans.
Nicki. I like
Yeah.
Nicki. If it was one female artist out of the ones that's doing it now that I would want to work with, Nicki's name would come up. You know what I mean? No matter what beef she got with anybody, I would want to work with Nicki because I like Nicki's style. I think I could make something that would complement her style.
I could. Never mind.
What about our very own Meg? Could you see yourself working with her?
Who is
Meg Thee
that?
Stallion.
Megan, yeah. I would have to do a more southern style, I think, for her though.
I got what
The
you're
reason
saying.
why I first picked Nicki
I
is
got you,
because I could be out of the box. I don't have to
got
be
you.
How about
down south,
Lil Kim of old? The
The old Lil
Kim.
Kim. Oh yeah, of course. Lil Kim, she was fly too, And so now on this list also is Common. Now Common is a good lyricist. started in the 1990s from Chicago. He had his first album, Can I Borrow a Dollar, which was in 1992. Did pretty good. You know, he did a lot of different features. He had one song I can remember, that video, where it seemed like it was just all those lines and they was connecting to everything. The whole video, I can't think of the name of it, but man, it was one of the coldest ones that that Common had.
The only one I know is it's go, 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 go. That's the only one I know.
But I don't think that's the one.
That's
I'm
not
thinking
it.
about,
That's
the
the only
video.
one
But
I
that
know.
was a jam. But he
Yeah, it
had,
was.
That might be it though. I don't know.
I think that's the one you're
But
talking
he
about.
had a bunch of jams. That might be it. But yeah, I like him on this list, man. Common, good artist, you know. So I think y'all agree with this too. Of course, Nas is gonna be on here.
Okay. Yep.
Nas,
Definitely.
you know,
I didn't agree with Common, but go ahead.
he debuted his album Illmatic in 1994, so that makes him a pretty older veteran now, you know what I mean, in the game. So he maintained a reputation as one of the most talented lyricists in hip hop, and I think he stands up to that name even still. You know, I think he can still hang in there with him because he's a lyricist, you know. And eventually, I think the rap game is gonna have to go back to being more creative lyrically, you know.
But Nas hadn't put anything out in a minute.
No,
huh?
he haven't done that in a minute. But I think if he did decide to release something, he'd still be pretty good. Nas is jamming. His style is nice, you know. I would give it a chance if he put something out. I'd listen, you know.
I got
Definitely.
So I think he deserves to be on this list also. Snoop Dogg, of course.
Most definitely, I agree.
They call him Uncle Snoop, you know.
Oh yeah.
Snoop deserves to be on there. But Snoop is into a lot of other stuff other than rap, you know, which also allows him to be well known as he is, you know, in multiple countries. So a lot of people everywhere you go know Snoop Dogg, man, and Snoop Dogg can hang out with everybody, and he fit right in. They love him no matter what color, creed, or none of that, you know.
Yeah.
So I think he deserves to be on this list, and he's a lyricist. You know, he's dropping new music now also to him and the Dog Pound. Him and was it Warren G? Got a song that I just heard him play on his page off of Instagram. So they in the studio. He rocking out with Warren G on a new song. So, you know, if y'all get a chance to check out his social media, y'all go check it out. You might find that song, but it's nice. It's something new that he's doing, you know. He deserves to be on there. Now, Andre 3000 should be on here. He's great.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
Andre 3000 should be on here. Now, we know he did his flute album, and I know we may have covered this a while back. Did y'all ever get a chance to listen to it?
No.
So I did. And I'll say it wasn't what I expected. But I feel what he was coming from. I thought that I was finna listen to an album of some Kenny G type of,
Right.
But it wasn't that. It was like a more
It was,
emotion music, like feeling music. Not really music, just vibrations. You know, the flute wasn't really playing melodies or nothing.
Pied Piper music.
Not even Pied Piper. He was just, I can't even explain it. One note in it, you know, and just freaking it all the way through it. And then it had other little stuff going on around it.
Audience, y'all should see Slash playing his flute, his air flute.
Hey, that boy had to do it. I say, okay, this is not what I expected.
You went to sleep right away, or like 10 minutes in?
Had I went for 30 minutes, yeah, I'd have dozed off within that.
And I think that's a lot of people that's heard it, you know, because I haven't heard any good critiques on the.
I've heard bad critiques. Everybody
Good,
is
yeah.
never everybody.
Well, there's not a second album. I mean, the only thing I
should
think, no, it shouldn't. But I think the only thing he could really do with that album, it fits in music. I mean, the music that he's doing fits in movies at certain parts when something going on.
That flute music?
Yeah, stuff like that. But on a calmer sense, not maybe a killing or nothing going on, but something else important going on, you might can play that little flute to give it an eerie kind of, you know. But Andre 3000, as far as lyrically, I think he's better lyrically than the Flute album. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest with that, you know.
Yeah.
But he deserves to be on this list as, you know, one of the greatest of all time. LL is on here as one of the greatest of all time.
I was gonna say, I was like, you better put an L on that.
So think about the names you're hearing and the names that you're not hearing, because at the end of it, I'm gonna say now who wasn't on this list. You know what I'm saying? So LL is there, and I agree LL should be on there because, man, when I was a kid in high school, I was listening to LL. I had to buy the I'm Bad album.
Really?
You know what I mean?
Everybody had that.
You had to have that, man.
My
This
very
man,
first album.
that I'm Bad album, he was fly dressed on there. You know what I mean? His leather on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, so you had to have that album. So LL, yeah, he deserves to be on this list. He was one of the greatest, along with others from the early hip hop era.
Let me ask you this: you think he'll be successful if he bought an album out right now?
LL?
Yeah.
Yeah. I do, honestly.
I think
he still got it.
But I think it'll be more so of our generation supporting it.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what
of
I'm
course.
saying. You think the young
versus the youngsters.
versus the young generation.
Yeah, I don't think the young generation, but he did have some younger people, followers, when he did that show in the house, got him a younger generation.
Oh, well.
So he
Yeah,
may
think-
have.
Yeah, but think about how long ago that show was.
Yeah, it's been about 20, 30 years.
nah.
And those people,
Are old now.
yeah,
40.
and- yeah.
I think he can still
'Cause-
make
yeah,
something
'cause
that
he-
would attract the younger crowd. I think he's just that talented.
Because he just had an album when he was 40, right? So I mean, he's not older than that now. But
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Now y'all saw that freestyle that was going around that he
Right,
did.
I did
saw
see
it.
that.
Now he ate that shit up.
Yeah, he cold. That's what I
I'm
say.
saying.
He still got it, man.
That's what I'm saying.
I like he still got it. He deserved to be on the list. He's one of the greatest. Ever since Jaws, my hat is like a shark's fin. I'm bad, man.
Yeah,
You know what I
I'm
mean?
bad, but Can't Live Without My Radio was before that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was my
Radio
first
before.
album.
That
That was before that.
That was
That's
my
right.
first
That was his
album.
first album.
That was the
Yeah.
first one.
I can't live without my radio.
With the red Kango in his
Okay,
head.
check it out. Now I know that we're talking about this guy that I want to mention. He's not on the list, but I want to say LL lost a rap battle, man,
To Kumo D?
D, man.
You think- I don't think,
I
man.
think LL
I
lost.
can't
man.
give it to Kumo D, bro.
I think
can't.
LL lost
because Kumo D, he was one of the first to come out hip hop, so I give him that. But as far as the battle rap, he didn't win that.
Want me to tell you why I say Kumo D? Why I say Kumo? Well, first of all, I think Kumo D won, but I think why a lot of people think LL won is because LL had longevity.
No, LL won because of Modi, and I'm back, ace in the hole with this brand new track. That right there, that was it.
LL had rap skill. It was his time, man. It was just his
Yeah,
time.
that album right there.
Kumo D, his style was dying.
Listen, hey, after the show, I want y'all to listen to Let's Go.
Here we are. We
You know
can,
what?
we can, we can listen all day.
I'm gonna show you. I can't even listen to a Kumo D song. Right
Yeah.
There's nothing I could do to listen to a Kumo D
Yeah.
song. It's not gonna even attract my ears to be like, oh, keep that on.
Can we say it was a draw?
That's because LL had better tracks. Lyrically, Mo D got him.
LL had a DJ.
LL had better tracks.
LL was a
Lyrically,
beast. Lyrically,
Mo D
man.
got. I ain't say LL wasn't no beast lyrically.
Okay, so look, his style, Kumo D style, and let's stay on style, cause that's what this is about. And LL style, Kumo D had the older style. LL had the new age.
Okay.
Here I come.
So here's what you're missing. I'm talking about rap disc creativity. And Mo D ate him up. He ate that Jack the Ripper up. He ate it up.
I don't know, man, about
Rap
that.
creativity.
I know.
Rap creativity.
I think
Now,
LL
LL had the better tracks. LL had the better songs.
Star Search.
LL was better. LL was better. I ain't gonna lie.
3.5
Better
stars.
tracks, better song, more. I would be more apt to jam a LL diss track than Mo D.
Yeah.
But if I'm being honest, lyrically, If you listen to Mo D, he got him.
Checks.
Creativity wise.
So basically, we got the
On
check,
one
check,
song?
check, and then one little X.
Or several multiple songs.
one song.
One song.
But here's the thing. That's all it took. That's all it took.
Yeah, we'll have to find that song
You ain't
and
lying.
see.
It's called
because-
Let's Go.
Yeah, we'll have to listen to that. But I still think LL did.
And he took those L's and he made a
square.
He killed them with
made
all
a
of those
square
L's.
out the L's, huh?
All of the L's. It told him what his L's stood for.
Wow. So next on here, I think he deserves to be on here. He's one of the ones came up in our era that we was jamming. Notorious B.I.G.
Yeah.
Biggie Smalls.
100%.
Definitely should be on this list. And again, this is not a particular order. I think if this was a particular order, I think B.I.G. would be closer to number one on this one, but it's not. So after him, they have Big Daddy Kane.
Yep,
So
I knew he would be there.
he's on there. Now, what do y'all think about Big Daddy?
Now, I'm going to tell you. Big Daddy, I ain't gonna, lyrically, he was nice. But song-wise, let me show you something. I saw verses where they put KRS-One up against Big Daddy Kane. And this particular show is talking about mic controllers.
Right.
I knew the words to
KRS-One.
KRS-One and Big Daddy's songs, right? But the energy-wise and mic controlling,
KRS.
KRS-One got him.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got him. He got Big Daddy. I'll say that.
And it looked like Big Daddy was out of his league.
But Big Daddy had jams too because he had the more mellow type of okay, I'ma holler at a chick over here
But see, that's
type of music.
that y'all set Big Daddy up because that's like setting Jadakiss up with Kid and Play. It's not he's not a battle rapper. He was more of a
Ladies man.
ladies man
Yeah.
dancer type rapper.
Yeah, he
and
was-
you put him up against a battle rapper, the
Yeah,
most
KRS-One
notorious
was-
one that
yeah.
ain't nobody gonna beat.
Yeah, he was gonna be with the battle.
It don't
But
matter who.
KRS is known for rocking the crowd.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
so
That's
you-
what he does.
It was why would he even agree to that? They must have gave him $1 billion. They had to. I wouldn't have agreed to that.
So what do y'all think about this? Now he deserved to be on here. Rakim.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Rakim is on here. Now he was I consider him, he was damn near undefeated.
I know your list is not a number slash, but how many it's the list composed of how many
20.
20. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And we got a few more. We got quite a few more. So I think Rakim
Yeah.
deserves to be on this
I
list.
agree.
I used to jam Rakim, Eric B and Rakim back in the day, high school days, of course, they had a bunch of jams. So he deserves to be on here. Okay, now they got this dude on here. And he's not necessarily a writer, but he's a mic controller. Dr. Dre.
I would have gave it to Q, but not Dre.
Well,
Because
Dre's
think
on
about
here.
it.
I wouldn't have even gave him my control.
Yeah,
See, I
I'm not
wouldn't-
feeling
Yeah, I
that.
would not
I'm
have him
feeling
give my
that
control,
one.
period.
That's why I say they got him on here. And
Yeah,
he don't really
I
write.
don't think he deserved to be.
Nah.
So, and keep that thought right there.
Yeah, I'm not
Okay?
feeling that one.
That he probably you wouldn't have put him on the list. Keep that thought.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now Queen Latifah,
Yes.
she should be on here.
Definitely,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, she should definitely be on here. I like what she's been doing way since the 80s. You know, Queen Latifah been on. After her, now you mentioned Cube, Ice Cube. He's on here.
Yeah, and I see that.
My controller, he wrote a lot of that NWA
Yeah.
for Eazy. Done multiple albums on his own solo
Q
albums.
is deserving, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
and he knows how to work the crowd.
Yeah.
So when he make
Exactly.
the audience sing,
Right.
He can make the audience
He
sing do
puts
the whole
on a
concert.
good show.
Yeah,
And it's not a lot of artists that can make the whole
Yeah.
do the whole concert.
yeah. Cube always had something, man.
Yeah.
Now, right now, I haven't heard anything that he's released lately, but I think with the right music, his sound would still work. Kanye West, of course, is on here. Y'all consider him a mic controller? He's pretty good lyrically.
He an attention grabber. I will say that.
Now-
He will grab your attention.
That album, I can't think of the name of it, but it's the one that had flashing lights on it. His lyrical,
Not college dropout.
College
College
dropout.
Dropout.
Yeah.
was it with
Or late registration.
I think
It wasn't
was
late.
that after college dropout.
now late registration was first, right? Because you registered late for college and then you drop out. If I'm not mistaken, if that's how he set that up. But either way, it's the one that had flashing lights on it.
Yeah, that was the one after Through the Wire.
Yeah, it was after Through the Wire. His lyrical, what he was doing, the way he was running his lyrics, man, I was like, okay, Kanye got something. He controls the mic with stories. He can give you a story. He can make it appealing. He can make it funny. You know, I consider him good to be on this list, actually. You know, creativity, you know, ambitious sound.
Definitely ambitious.
You know,
Definitely.
Every song you hear, he don't sound like he excited, but you can tell his spirits are there about whatever he's talking about. So that's good, you know, for me. After Kanye, Missy Elliott,
Yeah, definitely.
she did good with her songs. She controls the mic wonderfully. I like Missy right there. So, of course, none other, Jay-Z,
Definitely.
mic controller.
Yeah. You don't
I
get
mean, I see him on here,
I think
but more for his older
that's what I was gonna say.
music.
I
you know.
I think he controlled the mic to me more with his collabs. That he had a lot of collaborations that make you want to listen, and he'll bring them on stage. Because I watched a lot of his concerts, and especially that guy that rap fast. That one said the one I'm not live. I can't say it. He raps real fast. He was that one that said nigga what nigga who. That song, that guy that read at the end.
Jazzo.
Yeah, Jazzo, that's his name. When he brought him, I'm not saying Jay-Z didn't control it, but that guy, he shut it down. So it's like, I think he brings a lot of people on, and it kind of, yeah.
So now, of course, got to give it up to this person for being on here. He's definitely a microphone controller, and I think all of y'all will agree on the guy from 8 Mile, Eminem.
Yes.
Definitely a mic controller,
Definitely.
and I think we had a conversation about him once before, by him being his culture and being one of the top rappers. You know, in some form or sense, we kind of mentioned something like that. But I like him on this list because he's definitely a talented lyricist as far as rapping is concerned. So now this is the last person on the list, and then once I finish with him, I want to make a point. We're going to go back to Dr. Dre. Okay, so Ghostface Killer from Wu-Tang. That's the last person on this list.
Of all time.
I don't know too much.
Go
Yeah.
Okay, so now that y'all said that, let's make this point. There's some names that you did not hear
A lot of names.
that you
A
thought
lot.
would have been on this list. Now, if we take Dre out, who's the person you would have put in there rather than Dre?
Busta Rhymes.
Okay, I like that.
You like Busta Rhymes?
Yeah, I like Busta Rhymes in there. He's a mic controller. That's a really, really, really good person.
I would have put Ludacris.
Okay, yeah, Ludacris.
My controller, man, my definition is different. I feel like if a artist can come to the stage and just say one thing, like Pac had that "feel me," he can start out with the "feel me." Everybody gonna shut up.
So-
right, you have who else has that one liner that you could, even Jay-Z has a one liner. He has that. He comes on. He says how he starts his music. Rick Ross, Maybach music that comes on, everybody gonna shut it down. So it's
not
different
mic
type of mic
controlling.
controlling. When you control the crowd, to
So
me,
if we
that's
go with true hip hop, what mic controller meant was an MC the person rocking the mic.
Correct.
What is your style? What are you doing with the mic? How are you controlling
keep
it?
the crowd's attention. That's the main key of the mic control. You gotta keep
Right.
that crowd's attention. That's what I look at, the crowd interaction. When someone's controlling the mic, if someone's on their phone doing something else, talking to their homegirl and not
Right.
paying attention to that crowd, they're not controlling the mic to me. But if they into you singing your song and you controlling that mic, you got the crowd going, you rocking the crowd.
That's right.
You
I
controlling
can
that
see
mic.
Drake being on that list.
Okay.
And he wasn't on there.
whatever.
You know what I mean?
There's nowhere on there. They ain't even have
I mean, he could have replaced Drake.
At my honest opinion, I would have put Lil Wayne on there.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And
no,
I
I
put Lil
agree
Wayne
with that.
off. I mean, not Drake. I'm sorry. Took Dre off.
Dre off and put Lil Wayne
there.
in. Yeah, Lil
as far
Wayne.
as my controller, and it's some. And I wanted to make another point too about some of the younger generation. You see, it's not many of them in there at all.
It's not.
Rick Ross' name wasn't on there.
No, it wasn't.
You know, some of the people that we mentioned, they're not on there. You know, so I mean, it is what it is. But some of
You had
Ghostface Killer, I wouldn't have put on there.
I'm not
I would
feeling
take
that
him
one.
off. I'd put Rick Ross in Ghostface Killer's place.
I remember you told me about somebody that you said you went to their concert, and man, the way the people knew his words. I want to say it was Zero.
Zero.
That's
Yeah,
a mic
that's mic
controller.
controlling.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The crowd. When you got the crowd singing your song, and then
Here's the thing, though. When you got if you got a mic controller, yeah, you may have popular songs. You got to know the difference between, okay, somebody that got a hot album and a popular song, and popular songs, and they get on stage. Yeah, people gonna sing the songs. People gonna know those songs, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're mic controllers, right? Now, let me tell you something. Think about Busta Rhymes.
Yes.
When
Control
he
the mic.
on stage.
okay, now
He had
the
people
show-
jumping up and down.
The show he gonna give.
I'm finna hit you with this. All right. What was that concert, Zero? Was it here in Houston?
Yeah, it was here in Houston.
in Houston.
I want to say it was at the Reliant Stadium.
So you see all the name people you named, since Busta Rhymes, Jay-Z. Those are popular known artists. We know Zero, Dallas,
But
maybe
he's not on
Louisiana.
that list.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying the point I'm trying to make. We know him. We know his songs. It's a down south, maybe some California, but they're not gonna be. He's not gonna be as known as a Jay-Z, as known as as the others that we named. So for him to control a crowd and he's not known like them, like all over the world, like the other ones we just named, that's a mic controller. If some of us know you and not everybody, but everybody singing your song.
They got a Zero in every city.
Yeah.
True that. Okay.
I mean, but those names that were being mentioned, they could come to our location and still rock the crowd.
But we
Whereas-
know their songs.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. But
that's-
Zero can go. Can he go to the East Coast
he go
and
to-
his song get
Yeah.
rock like
There-
that?
There's a Z.
not
What
gonna
you're speaking
happen.
of, there's a Zero in every city.
Yeah.
We don't even know about it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is the honest to God truth.
Yep, that's true.
But there are some names of the younger generation in rap that wasn't mentioned in this, and I kind of agree with that because they not really bringing it per se like I think lyrically they should or lyrically they can. You know, a lot of them are talented, but I don't think they taking the time to be more creative and be more open-minded to having a much broader sound rather than just a neighborhood or neighborhood ghetto sound or whatever. You know, some of the ladies out here doing the freaky sound. You know, it's like they don't know nothing different. But I think some of these people on here were purposely named because they had their own style and they wasn't, you know, trying to sound like nobody else. A lot of these people were original. A lot of these people control the mic with positive attitudes, no matter what they did. Y'all come back and check us out. Peace. So that's all, y'all, for this edition of Music Monday. Thanks for tuning in. Come back tomorrow and check out True Tuesday with K Money. Hit that like button, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram and Facebook, The 52 Scott Podcast. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast.